Rosemary Descartin, and I'm from BSNAD 3-10B, and for today my topic is all about the theories of language acquisition by Noam Chomsky. So let's start. A language is not just a word, it's a culture, a tradition, a unification of a community, a whole history that creates what a community is. It's all embodied in a language. Noam Chomsky. So who is Noam Chomsky? Noam Chomsky, born in 1928, is a pioneering linguist, cognitive scientist, and philosophical. He revolutionized the study of language with his transformative theories, challenging prevailing behaviorist view. Chomsky's impact extends beyond linguistics, encompassing political and philosophical discourse. So, what is language acquisition? Language acquisition is the process by which humans acquire the capacity to perceive and comprehend language, as well as to produce and use words, sentences to communicate. Gain the ability to be aware of language and to understand it. So, language acquisition daw is usa ka process in which kitang mga tao dali ra makakuha or makasabot sa language. Dali ra sa daw ta maka-produce or make use sa mga words or sentences para kita maka-communicate with other people. Next is the early stages of language acquisition. So the first one is crying. Crying, the sole mechanism babies use for communication. So babies use crying as their sole mechanism if they are hungry, if ang ilang diaper kay sobraan kabasa or nalibang basira, or lastly, ganahan sila magpakuha sa ilahang parents. Di sila ganahan maghigda, ganahan sila magpakubos. Next is cooing. So for cooing, during the 2 to 3 months, the baby starts to utter some vowel sounds. So in this early stage, the cooing, babies within 2 to 3 months, nag-start na sila mo utter some words but vowel sounds only. So, for example, u, a, I. So, those are the words that the baby starts to utter in this stage. Next is bubbling. So, for bubbling, by the duration of 4 to 6 months, the baby starts to utter not just the vowel sounds, but also the consonant sounds. So, for bubbling, ang ma-utter na nila nga sounds kay consonant as well as vowel sounds. Next is this first 3 stages is believed to be hardwired in the human instinct. So, ang tulo ka ka first stages, which is crying, cooing, and bubbling, kay nakatatak na jud siya sa atong brain, and it is not unlearned. It is unlearned. It is universal and is uniform in expression. In the bubbling stage, children start to pick prosody, the rhythmic and intonational aspect of language. So the next early stage is the single word. So single word for over a year, a child then begins to utter his or her first words. So in this stage, maka-utter na og first word ang bata. For example, mo-utter na siya siyang first word nga mama or papa. Mo na siya. Next stage is the telegraphic speech. Speech na siya, I'm sorry, na sayo. So, telegraphic speech, during 18 months, the child now speaks almost complete sentence but misses important articles, conjunction, etc. So, in this stage, maka-storya na siya og mga kanang makastorya na siya og kanang complete sentence pero naay gamay kuwang like grammar, wala pa sila grammar ana or conjunction. Next is the fast mapping. So for fast mapping, this is the part of the telegraphic speech in which a child aged 2 to 6 years old has the ability to perfectly copy and use a word correctly even when he or she just heard it once. So for fast mapping, dali ra daw kuno kaayo makasuon ang bata nga 2 to 6 years old sa mga words nga ilang nadunggan sa taong nakapalibot sa ilaha. So dali ra kaayo nila ma-adapt. But in this kind of stage, makalimtan na sa daw na nila. So this ability, however, will be lost over time as a child grow into an adult. Next is over-regularization. So for over-regularization, children include rules that don't apply to the rules of grammar. So next is the theories of Noam Chomsky about universal grammar theory. So universal grammar theory proposed the idea of universal grammar suggesting that the ability to acquire language is innate to humans. According to this theory, all languages share a common structural foundation hardwired into our brains. Children are born with an inherent understanding of the basic principles of language, making it easier for them to learn. So for universal grammar theory, ang example ani kay a baby can tell the difference between mom and a mop. For instance, without actually knowing what the two words means. So this theory suggests that linguistic ability manifests itself without being taught. So this theory also states that all children are born with an innate ability to acquire, develop, and understand language. So in this theory, with the word innate, meaning natural na sa mga bata, ang dali ra makasabot sa language. So, dali ra nila ma-acquire, maka-develop, and understand sa language because inborn na daw na sa ilaha. Next is the transformational generative grammar. So, Chomsky introduced the transformational generative grammar model, emphasizing the generative aspect of language. He argued that the rules governing sentence structures could be generated through transformation applied to a set of basic underlying structure. This theory explains the infinite creativity of human language. So, for the transformational generative grammar, a set of rules that indicate the structure and interpretation of the sentence. So, mga set of rules ra ang naa sa transformational generative grammar. And lastly is the language acquisition device. So, Chomsky introduced the concept of the language acquisition device, a hypothetical innate mental structure that aids children in acquiring language effortlessly. The LAD provides a cognitive framework that enables the rapid and instinctive learning of language. So, for a language acquisition device, it means that kanang naaday kanang murag hypothetical tool nga naka hardware sa atong brain in which ginaalaw ato nga tool ang mga tao nga kanang maka-learn sa language. So it helps the human beings to understand or learn the language. So that's all. Thank you.